We are simply not bullish enough here on the Blockchain Basement. Today, I'm going to be coming to you with some updated price predictions for Bitcoin as we approach the strongest bull market we've ever seen in this sector. We also have a dog with a hat taking over the Vegas skyline, and the U.S. House of Representatives just approved a ban on TikTok. But what does this mean for the rest of the internet? All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
400 to 600,000.
Do you
The
think it's
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Oh, yes. Welcome on, welcome all. We are here in crypto. The days are going good. Seal with hat up in the chat. Ludrick telling me about... there's so many Solana meme coins out today, guys. I saw, first thing in the morning, I was driving to work, and I saw Elix Jones, and I got in. Okay,
I
it's my
sent that
duty.
to you last night.
I didn't see your message. I had already gotten in, and I saw you told me about it.
I literally wrote, they're Turgan,
Yeah.
the frog's gay.
I know, and you were like, you're on my wavelength. That's why.
That's what they had me with, was Turgan.
Yeah, the misspelled tagline.
And it's all about the sticker packs that are in the Telegram.
Yeah.
The sticker pack is strong. That's what did it for Whiff.
Well, and
Sticker pack was good.
Elix Telegram, I wasn't able to find it yet. I'm not even on it.
It's a
Is it
shit
bad?
show.
It's a shit
I
show.
love it.
I gotta get in there.
It's so bad. I love it.
Hannah, how the hell are you doing? Running around. It's been a fun day in crypto. You doubled down on your MOG.
More MOG. More
yeah.
MOG. MOG's down right now. It's a good entry point.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out these. The chaos of crypto memes is here.
He said seal with hat, and I was watching that Sappy Seals game yesterday, the demo a little bit, and there was a seal with a hat in the demo.
Is that the next big thing? My God. Thank
Probably
you
not.
all for joining us. We got BJ up in the house. He's becoming like this executive C-suite business leader with your thumb fins. Unbelievable.
I mean,
you know,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. Shady Bandito, Meanless just got deleted, but shout out to you. Meanless, Nicole Ministator with the axe today. Ludrick, the Deadwood, Laserface, KO, Kev, Bob from accounting, Manawak, of course, the Manawak. And I do want to say thank you very much to the Blockchain Basement community for paying attention to these scammers. We've been attacked. Last night we had OnlyFans attacking us.
Oh, hell yeah.
In our Discord. They're leaking nudes.
Really?
Yeah. They were. I was
Bullish.
getting home,
God, that is not what I meant.
Okay,
It was
BJ.
loaded there. That was a complete accident.
Not that. Okay. It was.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was probably a Chinese data insurgent that was getting in our Discord. But I appreciate you guys helping me keep that place cleaned up. It is up to us to lift people up. We have a lot of new people joining that Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, click the link down below in the description. All kinds of really good picks going on in there. And I give some of my broader market theory.
Yeah, you just talked about the picture. Oh, you mean pics, like P-I-C-K-S,
Okay.
not pics. Gotcha.
Wow, you are on a good one today. Oh man, it's been a weird day. Hannah and Jeremy came to me basically yelling at me to see if I could do 100 push-ups in a row. I failed miserably, but I did do chest yesterday. So I got, I'm not going to tell you how many I did. You're going to have to pay attention for the short. But I got a long way to go till I get to 100 push-ups straight in a row.
The challenge is, how many push-ups can y'all do if you go do one set? Like,
let me know.
as many as you can do at one time. How many can you do right now? Let me know in chat, or do it. Figure it out.
And don't
But
inflate
They're
the
all
number.
going to type 69.
the challenge is to get 100 push-ups in a row on the day that Bitcoin hits 100K. Have the ability to, Bitcoin hits 100K, you're on the floor doing 100 push-ups.
Yeah,
and
it's a
you
good
can do
goal.
it.
I like the goal.
That's the challenge. We challenge all of y'all. Post proof.
You can't go wrong doing push-ups.
Tag us.
You really can't. And I am starting to do those cold plunges.
Unless you have Poland syndrome.
Bullen syndrome? Poland syndrome? Enlighten me.
You don't have a pec.
You don't have a pec?
Yeah, one of your pecs is missing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would.
Let me confirm that that's what that's called.
Oh, man. Well, crypto is still moving nicely. We'll take a look just at the overall market right now. I'd imagine we're still hanging out right at about $73,000 per Bitcoin. Absolutely thick. Dog with hat. Top gainer of today.
God, it's 51.
My God. Yeah, it's $2.62 per dog with
I
hat.
know I sold this early. I made a lot of profit, but holy ball sacks.
Yeah, that's some serious moves. The second meme coin to hit $1 has now hit $2.50. Ton coin coming back with a vengeance at 22%. Jupiter doing good. Maker DAO.
What about this
Aave.
wormhole?
Taco's pretty excited about Wormhole.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm getting though.
Taco is, according to Taco and his points that he's accumulated, he is going to be looking real good here in a minute. So Wormhole, I'm excited to have him on Friday to talk about that. He's been going off about it all week.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've moved. I assume it's based off of the amount of volume you've pushed through it.
but there's a couple other different factors. They have a bunch of different ways for like valuing your points basically within it. So, and it is kind of a moving target. I don't want to put my foot in the mouth saying, something wrong about that. I just got Trump with Black Cock. Oh my God, Deion Craig.
You read that.
Literally?
We can get you to read anything, can't
Oh
we?
my God. Well, I got hit up by my stepbrother and Morel about B-Cock this morning at literally the exact same
Well,
time.
Morel might have been hitting you up for a different reason.
Okay. Unbelievable. Look at this. Good news. Quant is not a $100 stable coin anymore. I like seeing this. $138 approaching $140. Nice to see Quant. Someone is alive behind the wheel there. Keep going down. Algorand also rising from the dead. Conflux, Polygon, ApeCoin. ApeCoin not giving up, $2.44. Man, when this thing released, it was so much higher than it is. It is trying to gain some traction. But the Bored Ape Yacht Club, just, they just had something that no one saw coming happen. We'll be covering that a little bit later in the show. But Solana, $160 per Solana. That is insane.
Higher.
Things are moving quick. So, yeah, we're going to hop through some stories and then we'll get to the chaotic meme coin section I got. But I'm probably moving to El Salvador after the Bitcoin bull market is concluded here. El Salvador's Congress has approved a law to reduce income tax from 30% to 0% for all international investments and money transfers. This is a draw for more global wealth to the country. This could mean Bitcoin investors moving to the country for no taxes. I am no fan of the overall government and where our tax dollars have gone to at the current point in time. The more I see El Salvador turn the country around the way that Nayib Bukele has been able to do, also just a big middle finger to the Bank of International Settlements and the International Monetary Fund. I am becoming more and more of a fan of Nayib Bukele. Really, there's a slew of different reasons why I am aggravated with our tax situation here in the U.S. Runaway train that is has nobody essentially behind the wheels from Peter St. Onge. This is a highlight of E.J. Antoni. Took 63% of all personal income taxes in February to pay the interest on the debt. No roads, no military, no schools, no Social Security, just interest. This is our deficit that we've created, the hole that the U.S. continues to slide behind, and it does not look like it's getting any better, especially as we have pushes for NATO to take the top front line of Ukraine. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I do have the bad news, bad truth here, that you will see NATO strewn along the northern border of the Ukraine, military personnel inside Ukraine, which is going to push Article 5 of NATO into place. And then you have a kinetic warfare with most Western nations and Russia coming up soon. So it's going to get worse. They're going to keep burying us in this deficit. We're probably going to be somewhere around $50 trillion in debt within the next 5 to 10 years in America. So it's not getting better. And seeing just the minimal amount of money that my tax dollars go to improve the surroundings around me and my family gets more and more aggravating the longer this goes on. So, I could sit here and rant all day about the taxes, but I'd rather listen to Michael Saylor be an absolute G this morning, MicroStrategy Executive Chairman. Turn this sound on, make sure we're working here. Let's see what we got.
Well, because they want to sell it eventually, Michael. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people who are, yes, sure, some people pass it on to their children, but like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit. So let me say it a different way. Okay. People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor. I got it. Anybody that's rich in the real estate because they want to sell it.
Oh, what happened to this?
I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people who are, okay. Anybody that's rich in the real estate because they expect the name for them. We call them poor.
Oh my God, he is going for the jugular here. He woke up and chose
I liked
violence.
her face, like right after he said, we called them poor, and she was like,
What do you mean? Now, that's a hard thing to accept. That's like your whole life is a psyop. They tell you and tell you and tell you to keep saving. This is how you're going to make it. You're going to save your money. Meanwhile, they print 80% of all dollars in circulation within a short 4-year time frame, and all of that purchasing power, poof, out the window in a silent fashion. And grandmas and grandpas and people that have worked their whole lives to put together these retirement funds are left with no buying power because they just print us into not print us into existence. They print us out of the ability to feed ourselves.
Wait, I just figured out the conspiracy.
What's that?
You know, in Medal of Honor, when you hit F to pay respects, it's because it's the death of fiat, and they've been telling us that entire time.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Dude. I mean, you might have something here.
I don't have anything. I'm making this up entirely.
Well, I mean, this is a pretty weird underlying subject matter that Michael Saylor's making it clear. It's like my dad, for example, he retired. He built up a very large printer company and then retired. You'd think, oh, I'm going to be all set when I retire. Really? No, that's not the case. The cost of living continually increases, and people that retire with these baskets, they don't have enough money to basically stay retired. So it is something that is happening to the people that are not inside of crypto. And it's a pretty devastating concept when you really back up and think about it.
What happened to Colonel O'Neill too?
Colonel O'Neill?
Yeah. From SG-1. He was retired and then got pulled back into the SG program.
You Stargate 1? Are you doing a deep Star Trek reference for me?
Stargate!
Oh my
Not
God.
Star Trek. Use the Force.
Oh my God. I am not good with pop culture, if you haven't noticed that. I don't have television. Pull-ups, work your core, want to strong belly and back. I was at the gas station last night, and I was picking up some Oreos, because I'm into fitness. And
fitness Oreo in your mouth.
That's right, baby. And my wife slaps my belly. I'm like sitting there wondering why I'm getting a little bit thick. I'm 250 pounds now. Kind of getting large. And
what were you like 6 months ago?
I was like 190 pounds. But a lot of it's gone to my legs, though. They finally.
I'm sure it is.
They wanted me to do. Yeah, the
tripod.
trainer is killing us. He's making us do all kinds of deep squats and all this crap. I'm doing it. It's tough. I finally am good at jump roping. My ankles feel better. So, it makes it a little bit better. But those cold plunges and maybe just changing a little bit about my diet. I eat a lot of hamburgers. I'm not perfect. Okay. So, nor do I act like I'm perfect. But I am going to hit 100 push-ups before Bitcoin hits 100K. That I am sure of. I'll probably be able to do 60 tomorrow. Yeah. So we have this. I'll fly through all this data from Bitcoin. Before I get to my prediction, the open interest hit a record high yesterday, $33.94 billion, surpassing November of 2021. This market is roaring in true fashion. I'm really liking what I'm seeing on the overall trajectory of Bitcoin. Showed you the monthly graphs just on a backed up time frame yesterday. At the beginnings of kind of the fomenting of thoughts. I know Nick is hella bullish. I'm coming with a little bit more bullish take. As we're sitting right now, we have a supply shock fomenting in the background of breaking only $1 million of Bitcoin combined between, Binance, Coinbase, remain on exchanges globally. This is the supply shock we've all been looking out for. The graph where basically, the supply on exchanges is falling off a cliff. And the price is going in the exact opposite direction. Plus, you have institutional interest, the availability for ETFs, all of these different things playing into basically a supply shock. This is the design of Bitcoin at large. It's just, I guess we needed Daddy Fink to push us over the edge here. Very sad. Why couldn't us as people take that, $1.9 trillion in circulating U.S. cash and dump that into Bitcoin without BlackRock even being involved at all? We'd be in the same position if
We
we
would
just
have
had
removed
nuts.
the United States debt.
Right.
Honestly, if they took that money and bought Bitcoin at the
Right.
bottom.
Right. Like, damn, So we have this building up in the background. I am feeling extremely bullish. We had Novogratz come out, Bitcoin price unlikely to drop below $50,000 unless something dramatic happens. I think the difference is something dramatic is going to happen, and we're still going to rip, says Galaxy's Novogratz. Bitcoin currently trading around 73. It's unlikely that it will fall below 50K unless a significant event occurs. Maybe Haitian cannibals is that needle. Unless a significant event occurs, according to billionaire Mike Novogratz, the guy with the Luna tattoo. Once that becomes negative, you'll see the first real correction. Novogratz said things are frothy, funding rates are high, and so in times like this, you always have to be ready for a correction. And there's something to be said for that. It's right now I'm not really interested in stacking more Bitcoin or Ethereum or really anything in the top 20 or 50 for that matter. I'm looking for new upcoming projects that are launching in this bullish time frame over the next year and a half. In a sense, his words are Bitcoin ETFs amassing a significant amount of Bitcoin. Asked if these ETFs will eventually hold all the Bitcoin, Novogratz said he doesn't think spot Bitcoin ETFs will ever amass more than 20% of the total BTC. Yesterday, we were highlighting that they are on pace. These ETFs are on pace if they keep this current buying level up where they're at right now to own 10% of the total Bitcoin supply by Q3 of 2024.
Gross.
It's very gross.
Yep.
Life's coming at us quick. Things are moving. And then, maybe the government will do a Bitcoin seizure like they did with the gold in 1933, where they come and ask you nicely with guns in their hand if they can have your gold/Bitcoin.
I mean, Hannah's already practiced this. It's in the intro. I don't know it.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah,
She's already read
literally. I'm sorry, I forgot I never knew my seed
It's a
phrase.
boating accident. Damn it.
It was. God, Hannah, just all that
You're like,
trauma
wait,
from
wait.
Nam.
I was supposed to remember my seed phrase?
See, there it is. There it is. They give up. They'd be like, all right,
I've only got 10.
Yeah, I've only got 10. Yeah, they would just give up if they heard that. Really at large, I don't, like the IRS is hiring 87,000 IRS agents.
With guns.
Not with guns, not all with guns, but they are arming many more.
A lot of weapons.
They bought a lot of weapons, but not all 87,000 are going to be armed. But, we saw some of the training videos of the IRS and their new cadets, these brown shirts that are trying to get acquainted with weaponry. And it looks like we still have a good edge as weapons-focused free Americans over that sector. But at large, I don't really think they have things figured out to a T yet. I can tell. Definitely it is tax season and got in the mix. And, they're like barely effective enough to have, things on the books right now. And really, I think that they're looking for larger. What are you're grabbing that delicious? You know what I like about that drink?
That you don't have it and it's mine?
No, it's half the size of your normal drink, and you only drink half of your drink
Well,
every
I
single
also
day.
like that it's compensating with the straw.
That is true. That is true. But you're going to waste less with that size. Yeah, I don't think the IRS has things completely figured out when it comes to crypto, and there's quite a bit involved. You have decentralized exchanges, you have swaps, all kinds of things that are not plugged in or well understood. So a lot of that, that's up for you to decide, do your own decisions and research. And I'm at the point where basically I feel like the government owes me back at least 10 years worth of tax dollars that I've paid them for them fomenting a war that my son will likely have to fight. But
Well, here's a war that we might have to fight. Crypto Crank asks, MetaMask, Trust, or Coinbase wallet? I think the correct word is none of those.
well, Trust is Binance,
Yeah.
so it might get attacked by the DOJ.
Yeah, MetaMask is what Goldman Sachs. Coinbase wallet, I still don't trust. Like, I still think there's a long-term weird thing going on because, again, Coinbase going from being sued to then becoming the custodial service for all these ETFs, Bitcoin, still is very fishy to me. Like, it still feels like a potential FTX 2.0 right there.
I feel like
But cold storage,
like
that's the
Coinbase
answer.
wallet, cold storage is the
Well,
answer.
I
But
like
other
Ledger
than
still in
that-
Arculus.
Other than that, what is the answer? Because like I think Coinbase just the fact that it's Coinbase's wallet, I'm like, that's not as decentralized as we think it is.
It's not
Like,
decentralized at all.
It's,
No.
It can't be like the wallet.
Yeah, it is. Coinbase is the first to simp for the U.S. gov.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
So yeah, I would not be trusting those for your wallets. I would be looking at mostly cold storage, basically Arculus, Ledger, Manawak in there at Arculus as well. Those are pretty good wallets. So
What else?
oh god, I mean
I did a video,
The
2 years
Raspberry
ago
Pi?
now. There's Raspberry Pis with Trezor,
mhm.
which I really like that because if you're somewhat paranoid about somebody either already having that wallet, opening it and pulling out a seed phrase, the beauty with the DIY ones is that thing literally hasn't existed until you build it in your hands.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, the only way for somebody to have that seed phrase is for them to be hovering over your shoulder.
That's way to be like
it's
truly
super
off
cool.
grid.
Oh, it's completely off grid.
Yeah. Especially if you got
Completely.
plans to move to El Salvador after this one, that might be a thought. And really, the more I see these technological constraints coming in, like what we're going to be covering here in a minute with TikTok, other just websites being sought after. Not only that, but during flu season, I was part of the group of people that were being actively kicked off of Facebook, even with new accounts, over memes. Really not saying anything, just putting up a comical meme, questioning the jab. I put up a meme about leeches being used and compared the leeches that used to be used in medicine to
but
the jab.
different leeches were being used before they understood what hemochromatosis was.
Yeah.
Okay, people hold too much iron, so them literally leaching the blood out felt good.
Right.
Also makes you bubonic plague proof.
Does it really? God damn.
I've talked about this before. Survival of the sickest. Certain genetic diseases that actually exist because you live long enough to breed, which if the entire point is basically moving your genetic data from generation to generation, you survive.
Yeah.
So sickle cell anemia, you basically are, malaria proof. Hemochromatosis is bubonic plague.
Wow.
Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, oddly enough, makes you Ebola proof.
What the hell?
But anyway,
What the hell? Yeah, I mean, I just feel like the technological constraints being put out all in the name of patriotism and safety. It's just more shots at our freedoms to exchange information and value on the internet. So, not a fan for it.
WTF ever happened to the new Ledger wallet? Well, after they said, hey, for your convenience, we have our seed phrase, I think everyone went away.
I haven't opted in for it, though. It still hasn't done it for me. I've refused to opt in.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I
Do
do.
you know that?
Yes.
Have you been to their headquarters and gone through their
No, you
database
have
to
to-
know that they don't have?
You have to pay for the service, though. But no, I have not been to the headquarters.
You have to pay for the service for you to have access to their backup. Doesn't mean that they don't have the backup. That's a lot of assumption.
Yeah, it is.
But
a
if the
lot of
code is
assumption.
already there, I don't see how they don't.
The
already have
solutions
it.
of Raspberry Pi is what you're telling me.
Or Arculus or cold storage
Yeah.
or any hot wallet. Like people are saying Yoroi, Daedalus is super slow. Exodus, like
I liked
pretty
how
much
easy.
anything that's not an exchange.
I liked Arculus because it was super easy. I felt like I could give it to my mom and she'd be able to figure it out.
That's bait. I'm not commenting on that.
Yeah.
And they're safe.
I haven't had anything hacked out of my Arculus yet, so I mean, I'm safe so far. But really, like it's up to the user. You never be putting your seed phrase into get access to a new chain or anything like that. You're in crypto right now. You're going to get asked a lot of questions that seem like they're legitimate questions. Just be very, very, very cautious about giving don't give your seed phrase out. Work backwards from there. On COVID, all that stuff, the jab, these fond memories I have of the worst apocalypse ever. We had this from Jay Childs, Johnny, my homie. 4 years ago today, Bitcoin was at $5,722. Ethereum Classic, $4.84. Ethereum, $136. XTZ Tezos, $179. XRP, this is literally right after this. I bought my bag of XRP at 17 cents. It was right after this. And Doge, not even a penny. Man, how things have changed. And this just brings up fond memories. This is where, despite all the fears, everyone's saying, oh, you're going to have to hide in your basement and hopefully you have enough food
Hide your
to make it
kids,
through.
hide your wives.
Hide your wives.
Hide your kids, hide your
Yeah,
wives.
they said all those things to scare me out. I just laid on the bathroom floor thinking, you know what, if this is the end, I'm going to swing for the fences. And I put everything, all of my money that I had available. I am a middle lower class person, and I put thousands of dollars, my entire savings into crypto. Things have really changed since then. It's changed my life in a very tangible way. And so I've made it kind of a mission to tell everyone around me, physically and here online, about the power of crypto. And on top of that, I'm working towards the patriot movement in America, realizing the power of blockchain and actually having sovereignty. Wrench me, Druth. Crypto Crank wants a wrench. I feel like that's reasonable.
Also, Bizer, if that's pseudo leak speak, says JM Bullion sells cold storage wallets with 1 ounce of silver coin. Thoughts?
I mean, hey, I don't hate it. I hold gold.
I mean, that's basically a paper wallet, right?
Well, no, I think he's talking about physical gold. I don't know if JM Bullion sells that. JM Bullion sells cold storage wallets.
So I'm assuming that's like a
1
paper
ounce
wallet.
silver
It's
coin.
just a coin instead of.
I'm gonna have to look into that. Let's see.
And then a lot of people are asking about SafePal, which I am not versed in whatsoever.
SafePal.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of SafePal. Let's see. I'm gonna go to JM Bullion. But as long as you look at the wallet and it is a cold wallet, that's the beginning. Really, Ledger hasn't done me wrong yet. So this is JM Bullion.
Milkshake says, I love your content. Can you give me an idea on what you think about Limewire? It's not 1998, and I don't need torrent files anymore.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. Totally
Well,
kidding.
I don't think that LimeWire name is going to move the needle at this point. Like, who here? Like, I don't care about LimeWire. I remember it briefly being part of. It was like a music.
It was a peer-to-peer torrent file sharing system.
And that
It
was like
awesome.
the Napster realm too. Remember Napster?
Napster.
I mean, if a crypto.
Don't act like you remember Napster, Hannah.
No, but from that Facebook movie with the brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait on Crank's wrench. He's holding off until he gets superpowers. So let me know. You know what I
Anyway,
mean?
so yeah, what is
Yeah,
this?
what is this? I got to see this wallet, or is it cold storage? Is what he said.
Yeah.
I really doubt that this is a real thing.
No, it's definitely a thing, but I'm assuming it's akin to a paper wallet.
What the hell?
Which is totally fine.
What the cold storage coins? What the hell is this? I'm gonna have to look at this more. They have cold storage coins on
Well, if
here.
you click on one, you would learn.
I
more.
just hate this so much. Like, what is going on here? Public key.
Yeah, it's basically
Ah.
Render?
Yeah, it's literally a.
What?
Remember when Doge did the paper wallets?
Yes.
That's what this is.
I mean, this is kind of freaking cool.
Wow, you just flipped real fast.
I did.
This is dumb.
yeah.
I hate it. Oh, that's cool.
It is kind of cool. I can flip that fast. This is
we
new
see that.
information, I don't hate that, man.
You can put your secrets on
No, the thing is, so go to the silver one.
Yeah, here.
Damn. Oh.
What is this? Silver. Oh, they got a Dogecoin up
Because
here,
I was gonna
too.
say, isn't silver at like $25 an
It's
ounce?
a $20 stable coin, basically. So
But
I
I'm
could-
just saying, like, if it's an actual ounce of silver, they're
Look at this.
selling the silver.
such coin.
Such
Wow.
coin. Wow.
The easiest
Much
way.
cash.
It's so shiny. Holy snap.
That's amazing.
We have really taken the world by storm here, you guys. This is one of the world's largest gold and silver distributors. JM Bullion with a picture of Doge and so shiny.
We've
on it.
made it,
Oh
kids.
my god.
We are literally taking over the planet.
I mean, whatever millennial they hired to do
coin.
that did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, much cash. I want this right now. I
Yeah,
will
that's
buy
so
Dogecoin
cute.
just to put it on here.
You won't.
You're right. I won't. So diamond hands. This is incredible.
It's so cute.
I love this. So yeah, we'll keep moving here. We had a little bit of worries come out. I know a lot of people are hitting me up wondering if we are going to have a cattle/beef shortage / inflation worsening from the Texas U.S. fires going on right now.
God, Bill Gates is having a boner right now
Oh,
with
I
all
know.
his patents on fake meat.
I know, it's huge. Video taken, miles upon miles of endless destruction and thousands of dead cattle. Looks like the total amount of dead cattle is at 7,100 as it sits right now. But you guys got to keep in mind Texas has 4.1 million head of cattle in the state itself. Yes, Texas does make up about 14.8% of all beef supply to the United States. So this will have a little bit of a hindrance, plus the land that got hurt, the feeding grounds that got burnt away from that. So you can't really equate just the dead cattle into the overall problem. But as BJ teed it up for me perfectly,
Hey!
American farming, it's incredible. Over 500,000 farms have gone from America. Farmers are under attack throughout Europe. Bill Gates buying up land faster than you could say died suddenly. And the globalists aim to own and control all resources on Earth, including food production.
Yeah.
So, this is the nefarious push.
Because the whole thing when everyone's like shitting on these farmers is like, I cannot remember the scientist's name, but he was heavily involved in like the Nazi regime for making certain types of gases.
Yeah.
But basically somewhat changed that process and was able to essentially take atmospheric nitrogen and turn it into a usable form. And I always forget, it's a single hydrogen difference. It's NH3 versus NH4. Is it ammonia or ammonium that's hard to get in the soil?
I mean, you would know better
always
than me.
screw this up.
I think it's ammonia.
But nonetheless, that tends to be one of the limiting reagents in fertilizers and everything else. But now, like what's happening in the EU is they're claiming that farmers can't use certain fertilizers,
Right.
claiming that they're against the ESG narrative so that they have lower crop yields and then are forced to sell their property.
Yes.
But yet what they're not teaching people to do is like the mycorrhizal association and basically like the fungal ecosystems that you can do that actually naturally fix this.
You're talking about regenerative farming at large? Yeah.
Pretty much, but like that's basically being axed, if you will, and everything else. So it's like these people like Bill Gates and everybody else who are telling you they care. Well, there literally are processes that have been created by biospheres over millions of years that they're like, yeah, you just can't do that.
Right.
Like,
And they
just don't
put
do
money into like it is not cheap to add a set of machinery to put in these toxic chemicals that they make.
Well, it's why bat guano was so expensive.
Really?
So like way back in the day, they would send out sailors to find islands that were just covered in bat guano.
Yeah.
And then basically whatever the government was at the time would take over it. But there was a great source of nitrogen.
Oh, the nitrogen wars.
Yes.
That makes
is a
me think of
very real
Ace
thing.
Ventura, Pet Detective.
Whenever
the
you say
bad
guano.
Yeah.
You like
guano.
instead of saying the S word like I always do, I was like, oh, I can applicably use guano right now.
I do. Like,
LFG.
Seeing this, I mean, and remember like a year ago when all the chicken farms all of a sudden just started burning up and exploding.
It turned out that eggs actually had a really strong antibody in them.
Right.
And a paper had come out about 2 weeks before they put the prices.
It makes me
That one was funny.
The like ultra conspiracy theorist in me comes out, and I just feel like they're trying to kill away the good food that's available. Like as a dad of 4 kids, my wife loves healthy food. She's very serious about healthy food. It's very difficult when I'm out and about to find anything in the world that is reasonably healthy for my kids to eat, especially not snacks. And
because they understand epigenetics.
yeah.
So it's funny that you have all these old sayings that just seem ridiculous, but they truly are. So you are what you eat. Yeah, that's
Period.
epigenetics. So the human genome is extremely plastic based off of your environment, what you think and what you eat basically changes your genetic expression.
Yeah.
So like, for example,
Oh my God.
with social media and everything, when that's putting you in this heightened state of negativity and things like that,
Yeah.
what it will do is it will actually start overexpressing, it's known as neuropeptide arginine vasopressin. So it literally changes your genome expression of that. And then what that does is it basically causes vasoconstriction. So it tightens up all your blood vessels, raising your blood pressure,
Yeah.
and then teaches your body to dump cortisol. And then now that's your normal homeostatic baseline. And that has been programmed to you. So based off of what kind of food you're eating, the shows you're watching, all the drama that goes on in politics, literally is changing your genome expression, changing your health, and changing everything else.
It changes your vibe.
It does.
The vibe, man.
Yeah.
It,
And people they laugh at meditation. They laugh at all these things. It's like,
It's
no,
so
you can
real, though.
Yeah.
literally watch the methylation and the changes in the genome based
There's like
off
CIA studies on meditation.
of that. Oh, yeah.
It's
What
like,
was it?
Meditation is so
The men who
real.
stare at goats?
yes, yes. they're-
Amazing movie, too.
Oh my god.
Everybody should meditate. The world is so crazy right now. You need to sit
It's
with
helpful.
yourself, check in with yourself.
Yes.
But what you're saying is so real. I saw something like so fast. I saw something on this like last night. I was watching fitness videos, I think, but it was talking about like the development of your skeleton and your childhood nutrition. Like what you eat growing up determines like how your body is, your bones are going to be structured when you're older, and it like that contributes to like how people choose mates, and like it's all connected. Everything is connected. And there was a girl talking about this. She was like, it's just think about if your car needs gas. What if you filled your car up with water? It's not going to work. Like, you have to be fueling your body with the right things and pay attention to what you put inside of it, because it affects everything.
Well, like a wild one. So on that like epigenetic note, so they did a study, for example, when somebody's like, oh, do this diet or do this diet or do this diet. One of the things I ask people is, are you a direct descendant of somebody who dealt with the potato famine?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's a real thing, because basically they did a study where they would take P1 generation, so like grandparent mice, they would give them certain chlorine supplements, and it actually increased the cognition in the grandchildren. So a similar thing, people from the potato famine, they learned that they needed to be able to hoard calories.
Yeah.
So what happens is when people are descendants of them go into caloric deficit, the second those calories come back, it goes into starvation mode and it stores everything.
Yeah.
History literally is ingrained in our genome.
BS13 just gifted a ton of people. What a G. What a G, man. I appreciate you. And you're saying something. There's so many things go off in my head when I listen to you talk about this, BJ, because like I knew my great-great-grandfather. He was like 110 years old, and he ate red meat. He smoked tobacco out of a pipe all the way till the end of his life. And his wife was like 109 or 108, my great-great-grandmother, when she died. And they both just ate very organic farm-grown food. And then their daughter, she actually perished from cancer at like 55. She worked in a grocery store, ate everything that was already packaged, really lived a different life. And so my mom, following that, has basically just stuck to salads or really organic, like fruits and vegetables and things like that. My mom, at the age of 50, looks 30 years younger than her mother at the age of 50. It's just such a difference in how it's huge.
You're trying to get us to say your mom's hot.
Okay, my mom's not hot. Okay,
Wow, Drew's mom, don't listen.
Yeah, she's she wouldn't want me to say that either way. She's a CSI. She broke a Hell's Angels knees once.
So she's smart.
Wow.
She's very smart, very vicious,
and scrappy.
And speaking about genetic modifications, we're talking about. They made the frickin' frogs gay, okay? And I found this morning.
You did not find it.
I found it on my own, and then you
did
reinforced.
Not find
I
it.
did. I swear to God,
you did not.
I totally did.
Not.
I totally did.
You were like the government.
Oh my God!
You're just sitting here being like, "Oh, you know that thing you did? I did it."
No, I was driving to work and I was going through all the new Solana meme coins.
It's fine. Whatever.
And Elix came up.
Elix.
I call it Elix.
That's fine because you stole it and can't pronounce it either. Okay.
I'm fully. I felt like it was my duty to buy this token.
I
on
almost
Solana.
want to pull up. Like I said, the sticker pack is phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, they turn the frickin' frogs gay.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God.
812 holders.
Yeah.
I think top 10 wallets is around 20%, which
24.
It's not terrible.
It's not horrible. A lot of these are 90%.
Yeah,
so.
you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all crapshoots. I mean, I'm super up, but I also bought in that dip. Like
right here?
Yeah, like all the way at the bottom.
I bought this candle. Right here, but I'm in it for the culture. I'm in it for the culture.
Pretty funny.
But yeah, I'm riding this one. We'll see where this one goes. Beacock just launched today. I don't even want to go into that one.
Yeah, you do.
All right, fine. We're going in. Here we go. My brother-in-law hit me up about this one. Beacock Inu. So here we go.
$18 million market cap.
It's moving. It's like it's already mooned hard. How is this thing going to hit $100 million? Tough to make that call. Again, it's got the
7,000 whole. Jeez. Okay.
24% in the top 10. I mean, it's not bad. You got really good community sentiment. Seeing this thing pop up every now and again. Aether. No, Veteran thinks I stole Aether from it. I got that from my wife. I love how everyone likes credit. Aether. Yeah, it's like a decentralized computing. They're like
oh yeah, you did take that one from me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The thing I didn't even know about.
Honestly, my wife gets most of the credit on my crypto picks. Me and her go over stuff every night, and she's actually getting pretty good. She got a near at $1.90, and I mean, I'm sitting here with my, I've 3x'd or something like that, 4x'd on Chainlink for the large bag in total, but then she's got this sick move. Like Near is at like $8 something cents, and she's super happy with herself. So honestly, she's quite good at picking these things. I really, this Solana meme coin craze, I don't think it's done. I think that we have a lot of room to grow here, but then you have this chaos. This is the warning. You have 89%.
Were you paying attention to what the meme coin world was in Binance Smart Chain in 2011?
Yeah.
Or
2021.
So that's what I feel like this is the ecosystem for it. Do I fundamentally trust Solana? No. Do I think it has an infinite supply? Yes. But like, I'm here to party, but like this is very risky. You're dealing with a chain that can be shut off at any point in time. Like these are relevant.
And I just want the
here to
story.
party.
I want the story that I paid off my house with Elix Jones, the token. You know what I mean? The shit token on Solana. What a juicy story. So I'm going after it pretty hard here.
Yo, real quick.
What's that?
I feel
Quickly
like
as an
Binance
adverb.
is heating up.
What is?
Binance.
It is?
Yeah. There's a gaming is the project name. I'm farming it now. It's an airdrop, but like that is coming out. I've seen some like tokens on Binance. Then do we think CZ is gonna like pop back up and like change the narrative?
CZ? No, he's on the DeSci side now. He said, he's been talking, I stepped down from the leadership position. I was talking about decentralized science more so than anything. I haven't heard anything from CZ in a while. He reshared our show once. Right before we got dusted, man. That was like, we're so close.
Yeah.
We actually passed 46,000 subscribers today, though. So
hey,
we're doing pretty good.
50K soon.
Yep.
I wonder if CZ will pop up though, and if Binance will go crazy.
What if CZ like posts some meme coins on Binance and gets that S show going again? Would not be surprised by it. Doing lots of launch pads on Binance. Binance was very, very hot last bull market cycle. That's where you get the crazy. I turned $10,000 into a billion or whatever. Just massive.
That was
moves.
my Baby Doge was the first one, 200 to like 32.
When it was the Let's Go Brandon guy drove the car. That was fun. I mean, that's just the perfect
All
mix
of
of
that
chaos.
is lined up so hilariously well.
I mean, but you can't get lucky if you ain't at the fair.
Yeah, it's BS luck.
And that's the realm of this memes. It's like you're taking shots at glory here, so you can sit there and just be afraid and make sure that your dollar inflates day by day, or you can try to get some serious price movements. It's a risky business play, but I'm here for the chaos. We also had this. Market didn't like Boeing assassinating its whistleblower. Personally, we thought that was bullish. From Mohammed, here's the price graph.
I saw Nick in Slack, I think like the day before. He's like, where can I short Boeing?
I know. He's still waiting on approval to be able to short Boeing.
So
and then I was just looking around. I remember this story. World's largest aircraft manufacturer joined Hedera Hashgraph Council. Boeing will run a node on Hedera Hashgraph blockchain. This was posted 2019. I wonder if the Hedera price has suffered at all anything near what Boeing's going through right now. I think Boeing is pretty much dusted. I think that we're going to have to probably pivot to a new large-scale manufacturer for these types of airplanes. That's why I think Airbus is probably a pretty safe bet. I've been talking about that for a while, but still yet to see that. HBAR did not give any Fs. Breaking up to 13 cents. Good on HBARbarians here. You are getting into the greener pastures with this move above the 10-cent range. That is the real sticky point for Hedera. Now, in general, if I'm looking at this with the forest through the trees, I'd expect a pullback down to around 10 cents. Double test that as support before a move on up. So honestly, Boeing effed Hedera looking pretty good. We have this. The U.S. House of Representatives approved the bill to threaten and ban TikTok if ByteDance refuses to divest. I have been doing a lot of thinking about this, and I hate it. I don't think that our government stepping in and having the ability to just, because China is invested in a ton of different things. And I remember last time mass tyranny turned into tyranny actual for the United States, it was used against its own American people, the silencing of Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, and literal direct election interference from our White House. And then we sit here and blame China or Russia for interfering with our elections on the same hand. They're basically just pushing the responsibility off to their adversary nation states and trying to build up controls to essentially be able to block any website that has nation investments that they basically disagree with at the time being. And we know that needle moves often. And what they call a threat to the nation often changes as well. Now you have 2A enthusiasts are part of the things that threaten the nation according to
Drew, it's for national security, national interest.
Yeah.
You're just not patriotic.
And they label it the Patriot Act.
It's just
right? When it happened, I was
it's
like,
not always about you. It's about what's the best for Nancy Pelosi's wallet.
I believed in this place
Bro,
once, man.
actually, like, you're so right. Because I use TikTok. I learned things on TikTok. Kids are using it instead of Google, to learn things and look up recipes and whatever. And people will say whatever they want on there. Like, the people will find loopholes to like get around filters and whatever. Like, they'll use @ symbols instead of A's, like, to say what they want to say.
No, but the internet gets so good, though.
Yeah, it's called lead speak.
Like, there's a lot of information on TikTok. It feels like a threat to free speech.
Yeah.
This does. It also, I don't know how, I don't trust TikTok. Like, this has been a conversation for a long time. So I'm like, I want to like protect the people, but also it feels like a threat from our own government. It feels like a threat from both. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Don't ban X.
Well, what you're saying, like, adding little hashtags or little changes to your wordage to avoid the censorship. We tried that on Facebook.
Yeah, we couldn't.
Communication basically turned into memes, pictures of cartoons that were, metaphors mocking whatever the narrative was that we're punching holes in. And this is before AI was a big thing. They were automated censorship systems already in place at Facebook that could find those memes without any words connected to it and then ban your account for that meme in particular. So not even any words. And then on YouTube, before it was okay to talk about the last election process, I was banned for bringing up literal metaphors. I was completely calm. I was very kind.
Stop.
I was banned for metaphors off of YouTube. So, it's just, I don't think that they are, I don't think that they have our best interest with this bill.
They're
by a long
coming for
shot.
VPNs.
They're coming for VPNs too.
Punjab
Well, the
said.
other thing is, so here in the bill, I haven't read through all of it yet, but it says to protect the national security of the United States from a threatening posed by foreign adversary-controlled applications such as TikTok and any successor application or service and any other application or service developed by this company. Okay, so anyone, so you say it's just for TikTok, but guess who owns the majority of Discord?
Yeah.
Guess who owns the majority of
Right.
a bunch
ByteDance?
So it's any other company. It's not just this. So this allows them to hit any company that they have any investment in.
Yep. And China's in most industries.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was waiting for. And I didn't even have to
Brother.
read deep in the bill.
Yeah.
Y'all.
But yeah, any successor application or service to any other application or service developed or provided by them.
What the hell?
Or any entity under the control.
I mean, North America is close to North Korea.
So everyone's
as
just
far as
thinking,
word.
oh, it's just TikTok. It's like,
No.
They're coming for everything.
that umbrella
Literally,
goes real
my
wide.
conclusion in 2020 was they're gonna ban VPNs.
Yeah. Well, they talked about that a while ago, and then all the fines and everything else with it.
Oh my God.
Imagine
Yeah.
for a second what the world would be like if we didn't have access to VPNs, or like what the country would be. Just like we would not be able to get access to information about things that were happening outside of the country unless our government wanted us to know about it.
Right. And that's not a healthy place to be because,
That's sickening.
yeah, look what happened. When they are in control of the narrative, they roll out mandates that they veil as laws. And then all of a sudden you have some
Oh, wow.
jurisdictions. Timu?
CapCut.
Oh my God.
Oh, my
It's
God.
coming for it all, dude.
Let's see what else.
This is the build out for a digital dictatorship is what it is. I mean, it's not good. It's not good. I really hope that this bill, veterans thinking that it is going to get killed in the Senate, I would agree with that. But even just the idea that they're rolling this out as a potential shows you the arrogance and the disconnectedness from these supposed elected leaders. They are far from acknowledging the people that they're supposed to be representing right now. We have to get much, much more involved with politics on a local level. If you guys in your local jurisdiction, just get involved with your politics. I'm getting involved with Paulding politics pretty heavily. Maybe I'll be the king of Paulding County once the bubble bursts and we get the boog. But that's not here yet. So I do have a little bit of concerns about what's coming at the end of 2024 with the election. And here's just some things to think about. We have a uniquely terrifying situation brewing here in the U.S. This is from Native Patriot. I've been hearing speculation about illegals being brought in and being used as new voters. I don't believe that to be the plan. See a much more sinister move ahead. Let's say in November, Trump wins. There will be riots, which I've been saying over and over again. I completely agree with this take that there's going to be heavy riots.
I don't believe so.
You don't think so? No. I'm thinking so. I was there last election cycle.
Not a Trump supporter. Don't like the guy at all. But most of the people who are not Trump supporters are keyboard warriors at best.
That's remember the Summer of Love? Like they called billions of dollars in damage, killed police officers, burnt cities to the ground.
I'm not denying any of that.
Yeah,
but I think it was a lot more of an enclosed thing than people think. It still was bad, but I also think it was also instigated a lot.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
like it felt like a lot of. I don't want to actually talk about some of this online, but there were precipitates that catalyzed many of those things that had backgrounds with certain agencies.
Well, and those people that were involved, the people that were involved with that Summer of Love, they were let out immediately from jail. There was really no repercussion, right? So that let's just take that in, let's soak that in. They go out there, they burn a building down, they get booked in for one day, and then they're released on very minimal bond.
Yeah.
There's not really any repercussions. Now we fast forward, Trump has the strong potential of getting back into office. Not only are those rioters walking free from 2020 today, they'll be back at it again, but did now add in millions of military-aged males into the mix to stoke that fire, okay? And you think about the locations where these military-aged males are coming from, they're much more used to hardcore, political action, on the streets than people here in the U.S. are used to. That is going to up the ante. Calling for just watching out for the chaos to be created rapidly that will deteriorate into martial law. And we see that the New York and other different dense city centers are moving some National Guards into pinch point locations, like trainways, places where a lot of people have to move through, to get transport to their work and such. I don't think that, I think what we're seeing is just a priming for martial law. I feel like this.
That I 100% agree.
You do? Yeah. I mean, and it's like, I was.
They did it in 2020.
When I was like a low paid dude and they were paying us like $50 an hour to go protect the city centers.
Yeah.
When, so like it was very lucrative
I was just ripping around in a 6-speed on empty roads and blasting music.
Hey, man.
Everyone's like, you can't do that. I'm like, I can.
Yeah.
Bro, they didn't let us drive. Right?
I did.
At a point.
I was the only person on the
You're
roads.
just like
and it was
bringing me
amazing.
back. The streets of Atlanta were empty. It was weird.
There was a point where they wanted you to show your papers, right? That God. you had a
and
essential
that
papers.
reminded me.
I never got stopped. I'd blast by cops and just be like, "What up?"
That
I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm stuck at home alone. I'm driving."
What do you got, Hannah?
Of Nazi Germany.
Yeah, it is brown
when
shirt
you
stuff.
couldn't go eat in a restaurant if you weren't a certain type of
Remember
person.
in New York, they arrested, or they removed a kid from Burger King and from another kid from the museum. That's when the switch went off on me.
I was so effed in the head because that literally is like what it reminded me of, and it was freaking me out. And then my Facebook algorithm was like all about like Nazi Germany and the Holocaust.
Yeah. Honestly, guys,
what is
coming?
that? My favorite Voltaire quote. Those who can convince you of absurdities can convince you to commit atrocities.
Yes.
Precisely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That
line is
just,
so good.
be prepared. Like I'm talking to Nick, we got to get our radios figured out here, and we need longer reaching radios. I think things are going to get very
diesel
ugly.
Refinery.
A diesel? You do have a diesel refinery.
$7,000. So we are growing a certain amount of corn to make ethanol, and then growing a certain amount of sunflowers and have the presses.
Yeah.
You mix the two of those, and can do 700 gallons a day.
That is so badass.
For $7,000.
That is insanely badass.
Like,
I need to get in on that.
It's not very expensive.
I should get a diesel-powered vehicle here. I mean, God,
they're going
really
up in price.
I know.
Yeah, I've been trying to find an old Benz, but I also despise Merc. But
So big news for Ethereum! Yay! Ethereum's Den Upgrade activates on the mainnet. Here's a picture of a blob with eyeballs, just for everyone's reference. Don't know what the hell that's referring to. Core developers implemented the Den upgrade on the mainnet, introducing blobs, which are expected to make layer 2 transactions significantly cheaper.
What happened to your sharding and docking, or did they give up on that?
Well, what this is prototype dank sharding, right? And so they're trying it out on layer 2s first. Optimism, Base, Arbitrum 1, Z-Sync, ZK Sync, Starknet, and several others.
And this is how the bridges happen for massive liquidity stealing.
And bridges are where all the hacks happen.
All of them.
All of the hacks.
Enjoy your Ethereum, because
it's getting out. And I don't even like, I have Gorilla token on Ethereum, but I don't even feel like looking at any other Ethereum projects anymore.
I haven't touched Ethereum in years for a reason. Like, I've been the biggest naysayer of that chain for a long time, for a while.
Mog? Your Mog is on Ethereum.
Mog hasn't mogged yet, and it's on Ethereum.
It hasn't mogged yet. Oh,
but what about the Magitech armor?
The Magitech armor?
Just kidding. Whenever I hear Mog, I think of Final Fantasy 3.
Oh, God, no.
Or 6.
Or 6.
Depends if you're in the Japanese or American market.
Yeah. Well, here's what it really means. Digital Asset News did the good sum up of this. Den upgrade is set to go live today. How it affect the prices for L2s, not Ethereum Layer 1. Fees on Ethereum Layer 1 will not drop, but it did have some effect on Arbitrum, moving the gas fees from $2.02 down to 40 cents. Optimism from 142 down to 28 cents, and Base from 58 cents down to 1 cent. So, there is a little bit of, lubrication, so to speak, being given to the layer 2s from this upgrade. It's dank sharding. It's prototype for dank sharding. It's not implemented on Ethereum itself yet. So yes, we're still screwed on gas fees within
Same
True
thing
Trident.
Like liquid staking isn't implemented yet either.
Oh, I know. There's so many questions. There's so many questions, VJ. When Cardano takeover, though?
Probably never.
Probably not, because we can't have nice things.
We just can't have nice things.
We just can't have
I can't
them.
believe that came out of your mouth.
Blast blockchain locks up amid the Ethereum Den upgrade. That's super great. They have a picture of a broken. What the hell is this? This is a representative of Blast.
That's an old computer.
Yeah, Blast recently launched Layer 2 blockchain, froze up for about an hour Wednesday earlier this morning after the major Den upgrade. Amid the snafu, Blast competitor Arbitrum announced that it will take 24 hours to integrate elements of the Den upgrade, which will ultimately prompt a reduction in Ethereum gas fees on their network, not Ethereum gas fees at large. The network's largest protocol, Orbit Finance, experienced a 32% rise in total value locked to 431 million over the past 24 hours. That's a pretty good, juicy move. The rise couldn't deter a plunge in value of Orbit's token, native token, which is down by more than 20% today after being issued in March 8th. There might be some opportunity there with Orbit token losing 20% and the TVL rising by 32% simultaneously. Very interesting to see. Pudgy Penguins flipped Bored Ape Yacht Club. I mean, I didn't do this. We didn't do this here in the basement, but it's happening either way. A little bit of a flippening happening for Bored Ape Yacht Club holders and Pudgy Penguins.
It's actually the flappening.
This the flappening? Oh my God. You thought that and you winked.
No, it's like a real thing.
It's a real thing?
Yeah, it's the flappening.
Oh my God.
And this is the second time they flipped them.
That was not scripted.
Flapped them.
Flapped them. Yeah, it's the flappening, apparently. Yes. We got this. BJ, thoughts. WIF is going on the Vegas sphere here. We were looking it up. Was it 400 and how much is it to get a 4-hour slot?
$450,000 for a 24-hour rotation, which means you're getting a total of about 4 hours of airtime.
So, I mean, they've raised nearly $700,000.
Yep.
They might get a full 8 hours.
Yep.
That would be very.
I still made a lot of. I don't want to talk about this. So I made a lot of money on WIF. I would have made a lot more if I just held.
That is going to be so damn cute.
I know.
When is that?
A little dog beamed out into space. Travis Kruk, what up, fam? From the Trump with Hat community.
Hey, gang.
All right. I want to see where I was looking at Trump with Hat this morning. Where the hell is that token now? Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Nicole, we love you.
Yes, Nicole Ministator up in the chat. We always love Nicole. God, what a great person. Let's Trump with Hat.
Also, $0.
Oh, holy God. More memberships? You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Trump with Hat. God damn, this looks, I mean, more power to you. I
That's
mean,
a lot of holders for a little bit over half
4,000, 4,400 holders. 613,000.
19%.
19, not bad. Oh my God, is this it? There's so many options here. This is pure chaos, though. If you go in,
I'm not gonna. That's the thing with Solana meme coins is I would borderline say this is done. But like for example, Whiff was a community takeover,
right? And it was done before that.
Chonky, like all of these, like if they don't fully rug, it's almost worth just keeping a moon bag in there. So it's like some of these, it's like I'm a little bit more of a degenerate where I'm just throwing like 1-2 Solana at a bunch of random things and just seeing what happens. But even just like 0.1 and things like that, you never know.
Interesting. Well,
It's true.
There's no
Leave a
sense to
little
any
bit.
of this.
and it's only been out since let's see here, about March 3rd. It looks like
but like that volume looks non-existent.
pretty minimal volume. This is a complete risky play, very low market cap.
All are risky plays.
Yeah, I mean, this is just go in there expecting to lose, and you might make insane upside if it does exist and experience that resurgence. Trump's probably going to get elected, and probably a lot of these different Trump coins are going to rip. Even though I literally don't even feel like voting for Trump after he's so excited about his jab season that he rolled out in Operation Warp Speed. Still very pissed about that. Can't let that one go. Better get it on BCB coin. Oh my God. Crypto Crank, please don't tell me that exists.
Okay, also, isn't Trump is like pro TikTok now?
Well, he's actually defending TikTok's right to not be arbitraged out of existence in the United States by government overreach. If that's he's not
so
pro TikTok, I
feel
wouldn't
like
say.
he's just is he taking the opposite stance of Biden just to do that and get support from the country, or is he actually trying to protect free speech and TikTok?
Well, I mean, I know my local district, I whittle politics down to a local level. My district is governed by Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she has a very similar standpoint that this is basically just the government setting up the Trojan horse so they can go after any company that they arbitrarily decide is working with an outside country or agency that's a threat to U.S. democracy. Now, if we look at what
ambiguous.
I know, and look at what the White House has rolled out. Like 2A people, this symbol right here with the SNEC, that is on the scary list from the ACLU right now and being deemed a threat to the country. So if that doesn't tell you how arbitrary this decision can be on what is and what is not a threat.
It's true.
Well, do you remember, I thought it was the Military Non-Commission Act, but this happened right after the Patriot, but it basically made it so anybody who is a military member could deem anybody else an enemy combatant.
Right.
So basically, somebody in the military could just literally unalive you and be like, well, I deemed them an enemy combatant, and it was for, national security. And that's a law I feel nobody brings up, and that's from like 2006.
We don't even have a constitution as long as that emergency act is in place. That's like what people don't understand. Like, yeah, I got all these, and when you and Nick were talking about like protections that you have with your homes and things like that, we don't. They don't exist. Like none of that shit matters. If they have this national emergency and they can enforce those delocations of Americans that owe a little bit on their mortgages, they're going to seize that land. They're going to capture that value of what is still owed on the books.
What's the thing read this? So it's what Daniel
Crypto Crank
Pre-Hod?
What?
Is that how you say that? Your name?
Daniel Prehog? What's that?
No, I think Pre-Hod. Yeah, Daniel Prehod. The Russian one.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's Daniel Prehod.
Okay. Trump with had
really
100x.
Start reading Cyrillic.
You can read Russian?
Yeah, I
Holy
mean that's
shit.
definitely it's DANEL and then PR.
So you're a Russian agent.
That's
What?
a skill.
I should ban you
That's a
because
good
you're a
skill to
Russian
have
agent.
right now.
No, I dated a girl whose dad. Oh, I can't say that. I dated the Russian foreign exchange student from Vladivostok and Khabarovsk.
Okay, so what you're saying here is,
What you say
is you're a
there's
threat to
chance.
national security,
Oh
is
my
what I
God.
just heard. I mean, Russia, right? So we're
Did you just
programmed to hate.
Marsha?
All right, we're getting the hell out of here. I'm going to go do some squats. I love every single one of you out in the chat. Tyler, JF Space Native, Russian Name, Jay-Z, Couch Theory, Fade and Tradfi, Shake and Bake, Nicole Ministator, Veteran Crypto, William Carey, Couch Theory, Very nice, very nice. Fabio Mariano, welcome all the new names here. We're going to have a lot of fun over the next year in the bull market of Bitcoin. I am watching for Bitcoin. As of now, I feel like we're on track to capture a $5 trillion market cap at the peak. So get ready for $250,000 Bitcoin. We are on pace for such an explosion. But you know what? It's all coming down to it. Crypto Crank, I don't think a BCV coin is out yet. But if I do see it, I'll probably cry tears of joy, proudness, and disappointment all at the same time once I see that hit the internet. So appreciate every single one of you out in the chat. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. I bid you
A Drew?
a Drew.
A Drew.
Let's get